definitely end up in a better place at the end of your life than where you started. But if you think you're a victim, you'll just drink beer and have 7 baby mamas.
But let's look how victimhood can influence your perception. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see what Konstantin has to say.
My wife sent me
Oh, of course, I need to share the clip. Let's go back.
this experiment. My wife sent me this experiment very literally a couple of days ago, where they did an experiment with a group of women, and they put scars on their faces, and they told these women that they're going into a job interview, and the purpose of the experiment is to find out whether people with facial disfigurements face discrimination. They showed them the scars in the mirror. The women saw themselves with these scars, and as they led them out of the room, they said, "We're just going to touch it up a little bit." And as they touched it up, they removed the scarring completely. So the women went into the job interview thinking that they are scarred, but actually being their normal selves. And the result of the experiment is that those women then came back reporting massively increased level of discrimination. Indeed, many of them came back with comments that the interviewer had made that they felt were referencing their facial disfigurements. And this is why I think this ideology of victimhood is so dangerous, because if you preach to people constantly that we're all oppressed, that we're all being discriminated against at different levels, that because I'm an immigrant, I'm automatically disadvantaged, that because I have dark skin, I'm automatically disadvantaged, then that primes people to look for that. And it's like, when you buy a new car, you see that car everywhere else as you drive around. It's that kind of effect, which is why this ideology of teaching people that they're victims is so incredibly damaging and so incredibly dangerous. We have to teach young people in particular that they're strong, that they're capable, that they're able to overcome adversity, not that they're victims. We know.
Yeah. Clear.
I totally agree with him. One point I want to make. Will this make it easier for your kids if you raise them correctly to rise to the top? If they have a different mentality, it's a blue ocean. If everyone is thinking has a victim mentality and your kid doesn't have it, will it be easy for them to push through?
Yeah.
Think about it. I don't know.
And what I want to add to that is that having a victim mentality or not having a victim mentality doesn't take away, doesn't prevent anybody, no matter which, no matter color, race, or creed, from being in a situation where they are treated in a way that is not fair. But with a correct mindset, you won't let that get you down. So I would say this, and I'll use an analogy of a basketball game. Let's say you're playing a game against a team who you know is better than you. There may be, I remember when I was 15 years old, and before the tournament, we always had to play with a category above us just to train so the coach could see our skills and how we would do against the tough opponents. And you know already, the difference between 15 and 17 is big, right? So they were older, they were bigger, they were stronger, they were faster. So you knew already that you would have a very difficult time. The mindset didn't change that fact. However, by approaching the situation in a way, let's say in a way, in an assertive way, knowing that, okay, no matter what the consequences will be, I will give it my all. I will stick to the game plan. I will do what I can do in my field of influence. I can get the best result. You might not get blown out. You could still win. I think one time he actually did win. Of course, you get that chance because There's the team wasn't ready. I think they went out the night before, something like that. So, but because we were fighting, we could win. Or at least we had the fighting spirit. But if we entered the game with a victim mentality, oh, come on. What's the point? They're stronger, they're more experienced, they're taller. Then we could have never won any game. So that's the whole point with the victimhood, so the victim mentality. The victim mentality doesn't take away the situations you're in, the challenges perhaps in the neighborhood where you live, but it does strengthen your mind and provides you with inner strength to push. And trust me, if you keep pushing and you're consistent, persistent, you keep learning. Like Patrick Bet David likes to say, let me see if I can remember: outwork, out improve, out strategize, outlast. You will definitely end up in a better place at the end of your life than where you started. But if you think you're a victim, you'll just drink beer and have 7 baby mamas.
That's a late bomb for you. I don't know who you're sending those to, but anyway, guys, victimhood is a very bad thing, like you said, and I do agree with you on that. It basically what you will do is you're rerouting your observations through a bad perception, like you said. In the case of you playing basketball, if you go to you reroute it in your victimhood perception, you will say, yeah, why did they pair us with older guys? If you reroute it in a different perception, you can say, oh, I almost said that. Ooh, we are as good, or maybe almost as good as guys that are 2 years older than us, which strengthens your self-belief and also your ability to play better. So it depends on how you reroute this. I mean, I played sports at also at a very high level, and I never thought I was less than anyone.
No.
Even I would strike out 3 times. I still think I can hit the ball.
Almost had him.
Almost had him.